Before you trust anyone, stop and listen carefully, because the biggest mistakes in life are not made by enemies. They are made by people we trusted. Marcus Aurelius ruled the most powerful empire on earth. He commanded generals, senators, and millions of people, yet he trusted very few. Not because he was cold, but because he was wise. In his private journal, never meant for the public, he left behind a warning most people ignore. Put no trust in the character of others, but place your trust in your own power of judgment. Think about that for a moment. He didn't say people are evil, and he didn't say never trust anyone. He said your suffering begins the moment you outsource your judgment. If you've ever been betrayed, disappointed, or shocked by someone you believed in, this is the lesson Marcus Aurelius learned while ruling an empire surrounded by smiles and daggers. And if you understand it today, you may save yourself years of regret. Part 1. The Stoic Truth About Trust. Stoics never said trust no one. That's not wisdom, that's fear. And fear is weakness wearing armor. Instead, Stoics said something far more dangerous. Trust slowly, observe deeply. Say it with me, trust slowly. Marcus Aurelius understood a truth most people learn too late. People don't betray you suddenly. They reveal themselves gradually. The problem is not betrayal. The problem is blindness. In his private journal, Marcus wrote, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy," which means don't let emotional trust replace rational judgment. Here's something shocking. Studies in behavioral psychology show that over 70% of trust violations happen not because of deception, but because people ignored early warning signs. They were there. Tone shifts, avoided responsibility, small inconsistencies, but emotions silenced reason. Reset with me, take a breath, slow down. Stoicism teaches this: trust is not a gift, it is a process. Marcus Aurelius never asked, do I like this person? He asked, what have they consistently shown me? Because consistency is character revealed over time. Here's a practical Stoic exercise you can apply today. For the next 7 days, don't increase trust with anyone. Instead, observe silently. Ask yourself 3 questions every night. Did their actions match their words today? How did they react when things didn't go their way? Did I feel calmer or more anxious after interacting with them? Write it down. No judgment, only data. Marcus believed clarity was power. He wrote, if you see clearly, you act correctly. And here's the uncomfortable truth most people avoid. The pain of betrayal is not caused by others. It is caused by premature trust. In the next part, you'll see how Marcus Aurelius survived a world filled with smiling enemies and why understanding people, not fearing them, made him untouchable. Stay with me. Part 2. Marcus Aurelius's inner battle. Marcus Aurelius did not fight his greatest battles on the battlefield. He fought them in his own mind. Every morning before facing generals, senators, and foreign enemies, he prepared for something far more dangerous: people. He wrote words that still feel uncomfortable today. Begin the morning by saying to yourself, I shall meet with interference, ingratitude, arrogance, deceit, ill will, and selfishness. Pause here. Take a breath. Say it with me. Expect reality, not comfort. This was not pessimism. This was mental armor. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire of over 65 million people, stretching across 3 continents. Power, wealth, and ambition surrounded him every hour. Statistically, historians estimate that over 60% of Roman emperors were betrayed by those closest to them: advisors, guards, even family. Marcus knew this history, yet instead of becoming paranoid, bitter, or cruel, he chose clarity. He understood a core Stoic principle: people don't act against you personally. They act according to what they believe is good for them. This insight alone separates the Stoic from the emotional thinker. Reset with me. Slow your breath. When someone lies to you, betrays you, or disappoints you, the Stoic question is never how could they do this to me? It is what belief made this action make sense to them. Marcus Aurelius wrote, when someone wrongs you, ask yourself what view of good and evil made them act this way. That question dissolves anger, because anger requires the illusion that people should have been different. But Marcus did not deal in illusions. He dealt in human nature. Let me give you a story. One of Marcus Aurelius' most trusted generals, Avidius Cassius, was rumored to be loyal, disciplined, and honorable. Yet when false news spread that Marcus had died, Cassius immediately declared himself emperor. No warning, no apology. How did Marcus respond? He did not order instant execution. He did not rage. Instead, he reportedly said, "Let us not be angry with him." He believed he was acting for the good of the empire. This is Stoic mastery. Marcus understood that ambition reveals itself when opportunity appears. Modern psychology confirms this. Studies on power dynamics show that when perceived risk disappears, true motives surface within seconds, not years. Marcus trained himself to watch for patterns, not promises. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Smiling betrayers are not villains. They are predictable humans following incentives. Say it with me, patterns never lie. Marcus Aurelius never trusted charm. He trusted consistency under pressure. He watched how people behaved when they lost status. They were denied praise. They faced consequences. No one was watching. This is why Stoics say character is revealed in moments without applause. Now let's bring this into your life. Think of a time you were shocked by someone's betrayal. Reset. Breathe. Ask yourself, did the signs exist before the betrayal? In most cases, the answer is yes. Small things. Avoiding accountability. Shifting blame. Moral flexibility when convenient. Marcus Aurelius believed wisdom was not about intelligence, it was about attention. He wrote, "You must build up your life action by action and be content if each one achieves its goal as far as possible," which means trust is built in increments, not leaps. Here is a Stoic exercise Marcus practiced, and you can too. For the next 10 interactions with someone important to you, do not evaluate their words. Evaluate only. Follow through. Emotional regulation. Respect for boundaries. Write nothing else down. This removes emotional bias. Because the Stoic knew something devastatingly simple. Most suffering comes not from people, but from unexamined expectations. Marcus Aurelius expected betrayal, not because he was cynical, but because he understood humanity. And here is the paradox. Because he expected less, he was disappointed less. Because he was disappointed less, he ruled with calm authority. This inner battle against illusion, hope, and emotional dependency made Marcus Aurelius untouchable. In the next part, you will learn the exact Stoic framework he used to decide who deserved trust and who never would. Stay with me. The most practical lesson is next. Part 3, the Stoic framework, before trusting anyone. Marcus Aurelius never trusted people blindly, but he also never closed his heart. Instead, he used a framework quiet, disciplined, and unforgiving to illusion. This framework is why he could rule an empire without becoming bitter, naive, or paranoid. Reset with me. Take a slow breath. Say it with me, trust is earned, not assumed. Before Marcus Aurelius trusted anyone, he observed 3 things. Not once, not twice, but over time. Because time is the ultimate truth teller. First principle, actions over words. Words are easy. Anyone can sound virtuous. Marcus Aurelius warned himself, do not waste time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. This was not philosophy for speeches. This was a filter. He knew that people often use words to disguise their lack of discipline. Modern data supports this brutally. Studies in organizational psychology show that over 80% of high-trust violations are preceded by verbal overcompensation, people talking about values more than they live them. Marcus listened, but he watched more. Reset. Say it with me. Watch what they do. He paid attention to, do they keep small promises? Do they take responsibility without being forced? Do their actions cost them something? Because character only reveals itself when it costs something. Here is a Stoic exercise you can apply immediately. For the next person you are considering trusting more deeply, track 3 actions, not emotions. Did they follow through when it was inconvenient? Did they admit fault without justification? Did they act with integrity when no reward was guaranteed? If the answer is unclear, trust is premature. Second principle, behavior under pressure. Marcus Aurelius believed this deeply. Pressure does not corrupt. Pressure reveals. Say it with me, pressure reveals. When life is calm, everyone looks virtuous. When pressure arrives, the mask slips. Marcus observed people when they lost status, they were denied what they wanted, they were criticized publicly, they had power without supervision. Modern neuroscience confirms this. Under stress, the brain defaults to habitual patterns, not moral ideals, which means who someone is under pressure is who they really are. Marcus did not judge harshly, he simply recorded reality. Here's a scenario. Someone supports you until you outperform them. Then suddenly the support fades. That is not coincidence. That is revealed insecurity. Reset again. Slow down. Stoics never ask why did they change? They ask what pressure exposed them. Practical exercise. Think of one relationship where trust weakened. Identify the exact moment pressure appeared. That moment tells you everything. Third principle, alignment of values. This was Marcus Aurelius's final filter and the most important. He trusted principles, not personalities. He wrote, if it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Values are invisible until tested. Marcus observed how people define success, what they sacrificed for convenience, what lines they refused to cross. Psychological research shows that value misalignment predicts relationship failure with over 90% accuracy in long-term partnerships. Stoics knew this without statistics. If your values clash, trust will collapse not immediately, but inevitably. Say it with me, misalignment is delayed betrayal. Here's your Stoic alignment test. List your top 3 non-negotiable values. Now observe, not ask whether the other person lives them under pressure. If values align, trust grows naturally. If they don't, distance is wisdom. Marcus Aurelius combined all 3 principles, actions, pressure, values, not once, but repeatedly. This is why betrayal rarely shocked him. He had already seen the signs. And here is the deepest Stoic insight of all. You don't get betrayed by people you see clearly. You get betrayed by the image you created of them. Marcus Aurelius destroyed illusions early, so reality could never ambush him later. In the final part, you'll learn how Marcus made himself betrayal-proof by building trust where no human could ever take it away. Stay with me. The final lesson changes everything. Part 4, the Stoic way to never be betrayed. Marcus Aurelius accepted a truth most people spend their lives resisting. People will fail you. People will disappoint you. People will betray you. Not because they are evil, but because they are human. Reset with me. Slow breath in. Say it with me. People act according to their nature. This acceptance did not make Marcus bitter. It made him free. He wrote one of the most powerful Stoic lines ever recorded. If you are pained by external things, it is not they that disturb you, but your judgment of them. Read that again slowly. Pain does not come from betrayal. Pain comes from expectation without discipline. Marcus Aurelius realized something revolutionary. You cannot control who betrays you, but you can control whether betrayal destroys you. This is where most people fail. They build their emotional stability on others, on loyalty, on approval, on consistency that no human can guarantee. Marcus did the opposite. He built trust internally. Say it with me. Internal trust is unbreakable. He trusted his values, his discipline, his judgment, his ability to respond calmly. So when betrayal came, it hurt, but it did not shake him. Modern neuroscience backs this up. Studies show that people with strong internal locus of control recover from emotional trauma up to 50% faster than those who rely on external validation. Marcus Aurelius mastered this centuries ago. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Reset again. Breathe. Here is the Stoic formula to become betrayal-proof. Step 1, lower expectations, not standards. Marcus did not expect loyalty, but he demanded integrity from himself. This is critical. Low expectations protect your emotions. High standards protect your life. Say it with me, low expectations, high standards. When you expect less from others, you stop being shocked by reality. Step 2, detach from outcomes. Marcus Aurelius practiced emotional detachment daily, not apathy, not coldness, detachment. He wrote, "Accept the things to which fate binds you and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart." Notice this paradox. Love fully, trust carefully, detach from outcomes. This is Stoic balance. Step 3, never outsource your judgment. This was Marcus's ultimate rule. He never allowed affection, fear, or hope to override observation. He trusted reason first. Say it with me, reason before emotion. Practical exercise, do this tonight. Write down one situation where you felt betrayed. Now answer one question honestly. Where did I ignore evidence because I wanted to believe no shame? Only clarity, because clarity ends repetition. Marcus Aurelius understood something painful but liberating. You don't get betrayed by people. You get betrayed by the stories you tell yourself about them. Destroy the story and betrayal loses its power. This is why Stoics appear calm, grounded, and unshaken. Not because life is kind to them, but because they are honest with themselves. Final reset. Slow breath. Let this sink in. Trust slowly. Observe deeply. Expect humanity. Anchor yourself. When you do, this betrayal becomes information, not destruction. And now before we end, remember this. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire, but his greatest victory was ruling his own mind. If this lesson gave you clarity like this video, it helps Stoic wisdom reach those who need it. Subscribe to the channel Making Life Better for more timeless teachings from Marcus Aurelius and the Stoics. And comment below, what expectation do you need to release today? Because the moment you stop outsourcing your peace, you become untouchable.